also had protein because protein like helps me keep my craving. And with my plant-based diet, I would just like have nuts constantly. I have nuts on me. I ate quinoa, lentils like almost every day. Tons of legumes,
Superfoods.
like hummus constantly, like all avocado, banana, like coconut.
A
Like
nutritionist
honestly,
once told me this is how much food we're supposed to have in one meal.
the feast, that's not even much. Yeah.
She's like, think about how big your stomach is.
Yeah,
Like
that's
people are
true.
constantly expanding their stomachs.
Yeah, I
And
shrank my
all those
stomach.
foods, and like the thing is, when you eat foods like you mentioned, like superfoods and foods that the body is actually craving and requires those nutrients, it's amazing how you're not hungry. People eat all this crap and they're still hungry because the body hasn't gotten the nutrients it needs.
Exactly,
You can eat
exactly.
at
So
McDonald's all day long, but you're never gonna give your
you're
body
never
what it's
gonna like,
actually hungry for.
yeah. Well, I was pretty much like an emotional eater. So another tool, and that can be another tool, was like getting myself in therapy and like in hard work, like just understanding myself, working with a coach,
And
working with
understanding
a
that there was
therapist.
something you were feeding that was not hungry for food and working that out in therapy.
Yeah, and I'm
Hold
still
on, my egg
working on
roll.
it.
Keep
I'm still
talking about my
working.
egg roll.
Okay.
They're listening.
Oh, I'll guess I'll continue talking.
They're
So
listening in the future.
in the future, so
Wait, let's start where you were though. You started to get colonics and you started to crave green juices,
yes, so
healthier foods,
colonics. I'll just recap. So like colonics, diet, therapy.
smaller meals.
Yeah, and that's like in diets. You know, it's all like kind of intertwined together. But we're doing bullet points, so I'm just um yeah. So I got the colonics. I got changing my diet, and
Therapy.
therapy, working on the emotional stuff, working out. Working out also got me into my body, and I got into yoga and into, um, yeah, just very much yoga, weightlifting.
And that just all is taking your mindfulness, starting with your affirmations, and just kind of building on that foundation.
Yeah. So affirmation, like mindfulness, it's kind of like includes everything, I guess.
Present moment awareness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There is another thing that I did that I want to share that it's kind of like out there, but I believe in it and it still helped me. So I went to a hypnotherapist in Boston. His name is the
Hypno, right? Can you explain what hypnotherapist is?
Hypnotherapist is, yeah, just like
they use hypnotherapy.
Yeah, hypnotherapy is like hypnosis. Like, so there is this.
Was that to the cigarette guy?
Yes, yeah, he got known for helping.
Well, tell them the story because they don't know it.
Yeah, so this guy in Boston goes by the Mad Russian. He's a hypnotherapist.
He goes by Mad Russian.
The Mad Russian.
The Mad Russian.
Yeah, and he got known for
this man.
I know. You should. He's very interesting, and he got famous for helping celebrities.
He's Mad Russian. He's already really interesting.
Yeah, he got known in Hollywood because he helped like Drew Barrymore and John Travolta, I think, with smoking. So he's like helping people overcome addiction. So I went to his food addiction therapy session, and
cool. How did you find out about him?
Through a family member in Florida that went to him for smoking. And it helped.
Very cool. So he does eating, smoking,
like any addiction. I actually took our friend Patrick to him, but it didn't help Patrick with his smoking.
He was pretty resistant proof to most therapy.
Yeah. Well, he ended up stopped smoking on his, with other methods, but when he was ready. So it's not working for everyone. Like, you need to believe in hypnotherapy in order for it to work. And I believed in it, so it worked for me.
Okay, I want to ask you this because this is important before you go on. So the hypnotherapy, you said you don't think it would work unless you're ready. I think that goes across the board with like all addictions. Is like there's this kind of surrender point where you have to like make an internal like, right? And then all this stuff works and it comes. What, baby?
You need to want to get better. Like you need to
like,
get to a point that like I want to get better. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was years that I knew I was every situation that had to do with food, I felt like I knew best, and they were just trying to make me fat, and like, you know what I mean, and they don't like whatever I thought, and that I just had to like every situation for a while until I was probably 30 years old was about how am I just gonna get past this so I can get back to doing my own thing, you know, and then at around 30, 31, it was like. I'm a grown ass woman and I need to sort this out, you know what I mean? And there was a real want. But then, it wasn't right away. I failed a bunch of times, like, I want to say that to people, like, don't give up. There was probably 1,000 times before I finally made that surrender that was the first day of like 10 years ago or whatever, that I swore I would never throw up again. I swore I would never starve again. And I did. And the shame that accumulated with that, I think is sometimes overwhelming to the point where people don't get help. And so I want to encourage people to never ever feel shame and to always like know that every day is a new day to start. But there was like this, like, I got strong and I gained a little weight. And then I was like, oh, fuck this. And I went right back to like starving and throwing stuff, but I'd gone 3 weeks feeling like I'm doing something great for my body. I might gain up because your metabolism might need to stabilize once you decide that you're going to get strong. And, mine did. And I wasn't ready for it, So that happened a few times, actually, I would say.
Yeah.
Did you have that experience?
Yes, I definitely had, like, after I moved to New York, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I have to stop, like, making myself throw up. Like, it's just, my teeth are getting, and I'm like...
I didn't like the fact that I was holding a lie or a secret.
Yeah, and, like, my voice, I was working toward a singing career, and so I had a few weeks and good weeks, and then I was going to events and eating so much crap, and then going home and just like throwing up and like feeling horrible. And
so let's get back to how we stay away from that stuff. So emotional stuff and the therapy, and then you started to talk about hypnotherapy. And so that was separate from like a talk therapist,
right? I think after the hypnotherapy, like I never threw up again. I think that was like, I remember the last time I threw up. I was with Patrick at the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was like going like on that like little fridge there with all the candies. I was going hard on it.
On the candy?
Yeah, like the fridge in the the hotel room with all the candies. Bar? Yeah, like I was eating all these candies in there.
You didn't tell him, right? You just went to the bathroom?
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't give a shit. Like, and then I threw up, and then I was like, felt disgusted. I went outside. I was walking. I was crying, and then I had therapy the next day, and I was talking to my therapist, and then I think I went to see them at Russian like a few days afterwards.
You went to see what, love?
The Med Russian.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got it's